Namaskaram. Namaskaram. Not enough. Louder. No sir. Namaskaram. My last lecture was in Colombo, and I was criticizing people who use the title sir. Britishers left, but still we use people namaskar as sir only, right? Namaskar. But after that we add what? It doesn't match. Both of them don't match. So I was asking in Colombo, what do you or how do you address instead of sir? Anybody knows? Sinhala, what do they address? You must have gone to Colombo? Sometime at least seen somebody in Sri Lanka?
Yes.
And they call Mahatma. What a great word to address somebody. The word they use is Mahatma, and there is only one Mahatma in India, and that was given to him by Bangla, Tagore. And people are mentioning that Indian education problems. I keep saying probably it's all because of Mahatma Gandhi, because he has to quit India. All the engineers quit India. They are all Mahatma Gandhi followers. I am from Hyderabad, and today is a great day for me because I was part of ISRO, and I am the man who supported Kargil war totally by giving satellite maps. All went from my hand. I was processing it. I am from image processing. Take the satellite image, make pictures, print it in my lab. Every day by flight, bunch of maps printed goes to the border, because they cannot use digital maps. They want physical maps. And nothing will be seen because of the cloud, so I use different filters. My job is what you see in Google, which I made probably last time. In 1999, this time, July, almost 90 days, every day my people were traveling by flight for carrying it physically, because we can't hand it over to somebody else. And this day was a great day for us. We all celebrated after that. I don't know why the title is given reflection. It's not asked by me anyway. It's not special lecture, it's reflection. Reflection comes only from mirror, correct? And every one of us have a mirror. Shankara says, Manam Darpana Samanam. She was showing like this. Manam Darpana Samanam. All of us reflect. So I must thank GSLC for calling me or making me to be part of this ElementEd. When the flyer came, brochure came, I was thinking what is to be done with element. ED is ElementEd past tense or element education. We know only Panchabhuta, and then one more word was added. What was that?
Swayam.
Swayam. The sixth one was made. So what I decided was, if I don't know the topic, what I did was, I did research. I studied and wrote a book on ElementEd education. So, one copy to you. Sixth element is going to be another book. I couldn't finish writing it, that book will come very soon. So I am not going to reflect upon what the earlier speaker said. One of the problems which I found was the language barrier, but I found it is not difficult because soon after my retirement, 10 years after Kargil war, 2009, I was completing my 20 years of service. I took pension. So I am a pensioner from Department of Justice. My last service was with the Prime Minister's office 2007 to 9 with the Manmohan Singh as Deputy Director General of Secretary. There is actually a role, so I was part of the role. So what I did was, as soon as I came out, I went to a small village. I am from Kerala, where we have more number of girls than boys. Right? All children are educated, but I am from a small village. Electricity came when I was doing my masters. PG, when I was doing my PG, electricity came to my village. So you can imagine, I studied in such a village. No change. Even today when I go back, I see the village the same. No change in the village. And I own the oldest house in that village, 200-year-old, where a lot of people from US also come and stay with me. We stayed in the same place, in Columbus, Indiana. A lot of children came from there to stay with me and learn what we are doing in the village. What I do is not what I learned, as she was telling. I'm a mathematician, but I'm doing something else. I'm into education because of passion. I believe that we can make a lot of differences. Very simple to change the world, and that is through learning language. And I believe learning language is difficult. What I did was, I picked up 8th grade children from a small village, and the best place to make them learn English was Goa. I took 45 girls and 45 boys, and 2010 I came to Goa. You can see the program I recorded those days, and the program title is called ICON, ICON. Iconic view of what I did. They only know Malayalam, it's from Malayalam medium. They can't speak one sentence. I took them to Goa. They were very thrilled. There were 45 girls, 45 boys, 90 children. 66 of them have seen the train first time in their life when I took them to Goa. So you can imagine the background. Not seen the train. Correct? What I did was, I asked them to go to the beach. You will see a lot of people from abroad, the poorest of the poor with the 10 centimeter and 5 centimeter clothes, algebra and geometry. I said, no shame, go and shake hand with them. I wrote down in Malayalam, asked all of them to write what is your name. So they will ask what is your name without even knowing what does it mean. And they answer. I said, write it. They have to write it. They say Elizabeth, write down. Where are you from? Czechoslovakia. And Czechoslovakia. Evening they have to come and present it to all of us. 3 days they did not learn the language, but they had the courage of speaking language. So what is essential is the courage to speak English. That's why I'm speaking now, not the kind of English. Right? I have the courage to speak. So what I do is, when I go to Sinhala, I learn those language. So 3 words all of you can learn. You can communicate anywhere, anything. Shall I teach you?
Yes, please.
Right? I don't know Konkani, but I know few languages of South India. Here, repeat, here, there, where, Ivide, Avide, Evide, Inge, Ange, Enge, Illi, Alli, Elli, Ikkade, Akkade, Yakkade, Idhar, Udhar, Idhar, Methne, Itne. So he spoke Malayalam, Tamil, Kannada, Telugu, Bangla you want, that's also possible, Gujarati. I speak all these languages because if you know 3 words, you can manage anything. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Lunch where? They will not understand. Lunch kaha? Immediately they will say there. So there, here, where? Finished. You can manage. That's why I am managing my life. Okay. So what is required is, you must know how to reflect. Reflect your requirements, and that is language. But what we teach in most of the places is not language. We build a lot of literature inside and poor Shakespeare and poor Macbeth, all the fellows are in our brain, which is totally, they will say I'm not using it. All mathematics, I'm a mathematician, my subject is mathematics. Many people say it's useless. I said it is not useless, it is useless. That is because when I teach a child, my intention is the child is going to be a mathematician tomorrow. But he may not become. That's not my mistake. I am teaching 10th class different, like a buffet, different classes. I learned mathematics, took my PhD, joined Department of Space. My job was geography, which I left in 9th class. And that too, my brother only taught me in my village school. I told him I did not understand anything. I failed. 8th grade, I was thrown out of my school being the worst student. No joke. 8th grade, I was thrown out of the school being the worst student. I was given a TC, get out of this school. I went back to the same school to give awards to the all A+ winners. Don't ever underestimate a child. Don't ever underestimate a child. All of you are attending this conference by paying money. And that money comes from your students. They are your masters and you are their servants. Are you getting what I am saying? If your student is paying salary to you, I am not saying all of you, and most of you, those who are all running, government schools are for teachers, private schools are for parents, but we don't have schools for students. So what is required is probably we need to look at it in a different style. I am sure new education policy can make no difference. The chairman happens to be my chairman when I work in his office. And we are trying to copy from Finland. Finland is a small island in the northern hemisphere. They have got a day for 180 days and we have a different climate situation. India is a large country. I keep traveling from West Bengal, go to Itanagar, Arunachal Pradesh, that is the northeast, and my house is in the southwest of India. After tomorrow I am going to day after tomorrow I am in Belgaum, after that I am in Gorakhpur. Every day traveling like this. My life is to do this. I decided the basic education system from childhood itself has to change, because you have seen children of 1 feet, they sit on a seat of 1 feet height and their height is only 1 feet, maximum 2 feet to 2.5 feet, and the teacher stands. Which part of the body they will see permanently dead? The classroom management itself is wrong. That's why I keep saying you should have grandmother's education system. What does grandmother do? I keep calling all my mentors, teachers are grandmothers. You call yourself, I am a grandmother. And sit in the class, let the students stand around you. The communication should happen only when there is a vertical mixing. All the age they put in one class, 4 in one class, 5 in one class, 8 in one class. Peer group communication doesn't work. They learn much better when they mix it together. So I use a vertical mixing program. And thanks to Professor Covid who made me to write few books on that. And I wrote 4 books, but it is exactly one book only. And the book is A to Z of Grandma Changed Their Education. 26 chapters. Chapter A, Chapter B, Chapter C up to Chapter Z. It becomes 26 chapters. And that is what is being translated to Sinhala and Tamil after my visit to Sri Lanka. And what you should do is not just talking about the traditional Indian knowledge. You should also know the most advanced augmented reality, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, big data, whatever you call. All that traditionally we had a blackboard, and as my younger childhood we used a black slate, white chalk. Now today classes are changing to smart board. Every child should have a smartphone in hand. I am sure you can learn much better than what the teachers are talking in the class. And your digital BC have got many titles. I took birth in BC, before computers. Now, Menon was telling that before COVID, right? That's also BC. But there is a great poet in Kerala who says A, B, C, D. AD and in between is BC. Whatever happens today has already happened. So look at old traditional Indian knowledge system and what we call it as sustainable development. What is that we call? Sustainable development goals. I wrote an SDG book much before and it is called as Sanatana Dharma goals. Exactly what is today required in this world is Sanatana Dharma goals. Sanatana means the what heritage knowledge which he had, Chirapuratana plus Nitya Nutana is called the Sanatana. And that is what 108 points have written. And biggest problem after COVID what I have seen is, I am a psychotherapist, what I have seen is lot of people have got psychological problems. So I wrote a book for teachers and parents, it is called Mind Matters. For the teenage I wrote a book called these are all due to COVID. Arrested at home 3 years, what else I will do? Swami Vivekananda said, you don't have space to talk, you find a place to write. That's what I did. And this is adolescence, mental problems. And I have got something for the young children. I don't call these young children as, what do we call? Tiny tots or something. I call them as tech tots. In my book itself I call them as tech tots because they are much better. Azerbaijan and me together wrote a book on mindset matters. This is my book on Bhagavad Gita, the Gita way. The Columbus contributed this. I taught Bhagavad Gita in Columbus, Indiana, and all the questions are answered here. And this is my student from Columbus, and this is me in her place. And I taught in the church. And this is my A to Z of Grandma Child Care Education. All the chapters are named from A to Z. And all these talks about how to implement. No copy, no privilege of saying that you have to take this franchise for this. This is only to make teachers creative. Every teacher has to make their own syllabus. Every place they should have their own syllabus. I am sure I keep asking a lot of questions like this to most of the teachers. Where is London Bridge? Where is London Bridge? Anybody? Where is London Bridge? London, no. It is in Arizona, America. London Bridge is falling down as what we taught. It must have been fallen down after 200 years, still it is falling down in LKG class. Hey, we don't even think what we are doing. This is before delivery, pregnancy time, how children have to take care. So I am doing a social service of making education to that level. Going to different places, seeing what I can do. I am seeing good enough. What I can do is probably all that problems are when we keep thinking about problems. So don't think about problems, you will get a lot of solutions. So think about solutions, don't keep saying I am in a problem. Right? Keep saying I am looking at solutions. Thank you. God bless you. I can be contacted by 950-20-38875. No need to buy heart. My name is DrTPS, Teachers, Parents, Students.